Welcome back to the course of soil mechanics. In the last class, towards the end, we were trying to take up some example problems and we started solving them. So in today's class, let us take up some other different varieties of problems. By making use of the given data, how to find out the unknown information with regard to the soil, let us look after them. So in this particular problem, if you look at, it's given that a soil has a void ratio of 0.72. So it means the void ratio of the soil is given as 0.72, and it is said that the moisture content, which is otherwise also called as water content, which is given as 12%, and the specific gravity of soil solids is nothing but given as 2.72. So what we are asked to find out is we are required to determine the dry unit weight. That's nothing but gamma D value is what we require to calculate. Moist unit weight, that's nothing but your bulk unit weight or partially saturated unit weight of the soil is what we need to be calculating. And another question what we were asked is how much amount of water which I need to be additionally adding per meter cube volume of the soil to make the soil fully saturated. So in case if the soil has to be fully saturated, how much additional amount of water has to be added to that particular soil. Okay, so what is the weight of water that is to be additionally added, I should be calculating. So for doing so, first let's get started with how to determine your dry unit weight of the soil. So we know that dry unit weight of the soil is what we can write it as GS into gamma W by 1 plus E, because the void ratio of the soil is given and the specific gravity of the soil solids is given. So by making use of this expression, I can go on to find out your dry density of the soil. So GS is given as 2.72, gamma W standard value 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube, and the void ratio of the soil is given as 0.72. So upon solving, we'll be getting the dry density of the soil as 15.51 kilonewton per meter cube. That's going to be the dry density of that particular soil. Next, what we are asked to calculate is your wet unit weight, or otherwise your bulk unit weight, or the total unit weight. Okay, so bulk unit weight is what we can write in terms of your known data. Known data is specific gravity of soil solids and the void ratio. Okay, and we are also given with your degree of saturation, or rather sorry, it's not the degree of saturation what is given, it is the water content which is given here. So if the water content of that particular soil is known, then we can go on to make use of this particular expression where we have seen a relation between gamma D, gamma B and water content, because the water content present in this particular soil is known. So we can go ahead in finding out what is your bulk unit weight of the soil. So where bulk unit weight of the soil is nothing but gamma D into 1 plus W. So what is gamma D? Gamma D is 15.51 into 1 plus the water content value is 12%, which I can write it as 0.12. So upon calculating, we'll be getting the value of your bulk unit weight, which is nothing but 17.37 kilonewton per meter cube. Okay, so we have understood what is the bulk unit weight of the soil, and we have understood what is your dry unit weight of the soil. Next, what we need to know is how much is your additional water that I have to add to your soil to ensure that the soil is fully saturated. So if I need to ensure that the soil is fully saturated, then what I can do here is, first I'll try to find out what is your weight of that particular soil when it is in partially saturated state or in the moist state. Weight of soil in moist state. Let's say per meter cube volume of that soil I am trying to calculate, because we are asked to calculate how much additional water is to be added per meter cube volume. So for every 1 meter cube volume of the soil, how much is the corresponding weight of that particular soil in moist state I am trying to calculate. So this is nothing but your unit weight of that particular soil, that is your moist unit weight of that particular soil. So moist unit weight of that soil is what I have represented as gamma B into per 1 meter cube volume of that soil. So my weight of that soil in moist state condition within 1 meter cube volume of that soil, what is the weight of that soil in the moist state or in the partially saturated state is nothing but 17.37 into 1, which I am getting it as 17.37 kilonewtons. Next, let me go on to understand what will be the weight of the soil if the soil is fully saturated. So for that, what I need to be knowing is the saturated unit weight of the soil is compulsorily what is required. If I want to calculate the saturated unit weight is what I can write it as GS plus E by 1 plus E into gamma W. This is the other expression which I can make use of. So upon substituting all the information that we know, specific gravity of soil solids is 2.72, void ratio is 0.72 divided by 1 plus 0.72, this total into 9.81. So my saturated unit weight of the soil upon calculation, I'll be getting it as 19.62 kilonewton per meter cube. So once we know what is the saturated unit weight and once we know what is your bulk unit weight, from the bulk unit weight we have calculated what is the weight of the soil in that bulk state or partially saturated state within 1 meter cube of 1 meter cube volume of the soil. Now in the same way here, what is going to be the weight of your soil in saturated state per meter cube volume of soil. This is what I can write it as gamma sat into 1 meter cube. So gamma sat is 19.62 into 1, which comes out to be equal to 19.62 kilonewtons is going to be the weight of the fully saturated soil in a meter cube volume of that soil. Therefore, additional water to be added. Additional water to be added is nothing but the weight of your saturated soil minus the weight of your moist soil within that 1 meter cube volume of that soil. So which is nothing but, which we have it as 19.62 minus 17.37. So which approximately comes out to be 2.25 kilonewtons is going to be the additional weight of water which has to be added to that particular soil to ensure that the soil reaches to what is called as a fully saturated condition. So what else is asked? Yeah. So how much additional amount of water that has to be added to that particular soil to ensure that the soil is fully saturated? So is what we can go on to calculate from this particular expression. So next, let's go on to see another problem. What is given here? So it's mentioned that the dry unit weight of a sand is given, which has got the porosity value of 0.387. Okay. So the porosity of that particular dry soil is given, which is nothing but 0.387. So it doesn't matter whether that soil is dry or saturated. So the porosity of that particular soil at its natural state is 0.387. And the dry unit weight of that particular soil is given as 15.6 kilonewton per meter cube. So what we are asked is to calculate is the void ratio of that particular soil and the specific gravity of the soil solids. So if I want to calculate the void ratio given porosity, so I can go on to calculate the void ratio based on this particular expression or the relation which we have between porosity and your void ratio is equal to n by 1 minus n. So where n is nothing but 0.387, 1 minus 0.387. So 0.387 by 1 minus 0.387, which gives you what is your void ratio of the soil. We'll be getting the void ratio of that particular soil to be 0.631. And next, I am required to calculate the specific gravity of the soil solids. So dry density is known, void ratio of the soil is known. So for calculating the specific gravity of soil solids, I can make use of this relation what we have seen. Gamma D is equal to GS into gamma W by 1 plus E. In this expression, gamma D is known, E is known, gamma W is a standard value. This implies GS is nothing but it is equal to gamma D into 1 plus E divided by gamma W. Okay. So upon substituting the known data into this expression, we will be getting the value of GS. GS is equal to your gamma D is given as 15.6 into 1 plus the void ratio is 0.631, which we have got, and divided by gamma W is 9.81. So upon solving this, we will be getting the specific gravity of soil solids is equal to 2.594. Okay, so that's how we go on to calculate your specific gravity of soil solids based on the data that is known to us. Let's look at another problem where it is said that we are required to calculate the field density. Okay, sorry, not the field density. It's mentioned that the field density that is obtained from what is called as the sand replacement method. Okay, what is this sand replacement method? Why is it useful? We'll be trying to talk in the later course in coming lectures. Okay, so let us understand. It is something from a sand replacement method when the soil is compacted, where that particular soil or the aggregate is used for the purpose of base course in the construction of the pavement. So the corresponding density of that particular soil at which it is compacted, or the corresponding density of that base course is 2.06 tons per meter cube. So the field density, that is the unit weight of that particular compacted soil, is nothing but it is 2.06 tons per meter cube, and it is compacted at a water content which is 11.6%. So water content existing in that particular soil is 11.6%. Corresponding unit weight achieved is 2.06 tons per meter cube. Specific gravity of the soil grains, GS, is 2.69. And what we are asked is calculate the dry density. So gamma D value is required to be calculated. Porosity value is required to be calculated, and the void ratio and subsequently the degree of saturation value of that particular soil is to be calculated. So for doing so, first let me understand that's the bulk unit weight or your partially saturated unit weight of the soil is given, and specific gravity of the soil solids is given. Okay. So what else is given? Water content is given. So this gamma is nothing but simply I can write it as gamma T or gamma B. Both are one and same. Yeah, I'll make use of that relation where these terms are involved. Gamma B is equal to GS plus S into E by 1 plus E into gamma W. This is one of the relation what we have seen earlier. But however, in this relation, GS is known, void ratio is unknown, degree of saturation is unknown. So I cannot make use of this expression. This expression is not going to be useful or rather effective in finding out the unknown what I am looking at. So then what I can think of is I can think of another relation, that is gamma B is equal to GS into gamma W into 1 plus W divided by 1 plus C. This is another expression what we have. So in this expression, if you look at gamma B is known, GS is known, gamma W is a standard value, water content is also known. So with this all information known to us, then we can go on to calculate your void ratio, what is existing in that particular soil. Okay. So this from this expression, I can go on to calculate what is your void ratio. So let me substitute all the unknowns into this expression. Sorry, known values into this expression where gamma B is nothing but 2.06 tons per meter cube. GS is nothing but 2.69. Unit weight of water, I am assuming, let's say sometimes if something is given like this, let's say unit weight of water is what I am considering it as 1 ton per meter cube approximately. So 2.69 into 1 into 1 plus water content, what is given is 0.116. I am writing in fraction because it is given as 11.6%. Water content is given as 11.6% divided by 1 plus E. So E is only the unknown. So from this expression, if I go on to calculate your E value, I'll be getting the E value as 0.547. Okay. So once the void ratio is known, by making use of the void ratio, I can go on to calculate your porosity. Let me see what is asked in the problem. Yeah. So, okay, we are asked to calculate the dry density, porosity, void ratio, and degree of saturation. So what we have calculated is void ratio. So from that void ratio, I can go on to calculate what is the porosity value, where porosity is nothing but, okay, porosity, which is indicated by the notation N, is given as E by 1 plus E. So as the E value is known, I can substitute that E value into this expression. So 0.547 divided by 1 plus 0.547, from which we'll be getting the porosity value as 0.353. Okay, porosity of the soil is what we are going to be getting. Next is the dry unit weight. Okay, so what is our expression that we can make use of for calculating the dry unit weight? Known what is the bulk unit weight and water content present in that soil. Dry unit weight is what I can write it as gamma D is equal to gamma B by 1 plus W. Okay, so this is my dry unit weight which we are trying to calculate here. Okay. So what is our gamma B, which is given as 2.06 divided by 1 plus water content in fraction is what I can write it as 0.116. So upon substituting, we will be getting the value of your dry unit weight as 1.739 tons per meter cube. Okay, this is one way. This is one of the expression what I can use. Gamma D is equal to gamma B by 1 plus W. Or otherwise, I can also make use of the other expression. Gamma D is equal to GS into gamma W by 1 plus E. Because GS is known, void ratio is known, I can substitute those values into the expression to get what is your dry density. Whichever expressions you use, it doesn't matter. You will be getting the same values what you are interested in calculating. And the other one what we are required to calculate in the problem is your degree of saturation. So degree of saturation, S is nothing but we can write it in terms of W into GS by E, because water content present in the soil is known, specific gravity of the soil solids is known, and the corresponding void ratio of that soil is also known. So I can make use of this expression to calculate the degree of saturation of the soil. Okay. S indicates degree of saturation. Okay. So W is nothing but 0.116. The specific gravity of the soil solids is nothing but 2.69, and the void ratio present in that particular soil is 0.547. So upon substituting, we get the degree of saturation value as 0.57. Okay. Or in terms of percentage, if I want to substitute, I can also substitute it as 57%. Okay, so that's how I can go on to substitute to get what is your degree of saturation value of that particular soil. So we have seen how to calculate dry density, we have seen how to calculate void ratio, water content, and subsequently the degree of saturation of your soil. So let's move on to solve another problem. So where it is said that a cubic meter of soil, that means the volume of the soil what we are looking at is 1 meter cube volume. In its natural state, weighs 17.75 kilonewton. So weight of that particular soil in its natural state is 17.75 kilonewton. In within how much volume of the soil? Within a cubic meter volume of the soil. So within that volume of 1 cubic meter of the soil, the weight of the soil is 17.75 kilonewton. And after being dried, the weight of the soil is coming out to be 15.08 kilonewton. So weight of the moist soil is 17.75 kilonewton. Weight of the dry soil is 15.08 kilonewton. The specific gravity of the soil solids is given, which is 2.7. We are asked to calculate the water content present in the soil, void ratio, porosity, degree of saturation for the soil at its existing natural state. This is one set of the problem what we are required to solve for. And the second set of problem what we are required to be solving for is what would be the bulk unit weight and water content if the soil were fully saturated at the same void ratio as it is existing in its natural state. It means there is no change in void ratio, but however, without change in void ratio, in order to have your soil reaching to what is called as a fully saturated state, at that fully saturated state condition, what is the corresponding unit weight of the soil and the respective water content that should be existing in that soil to reach to what is called as a fully saturated condition. This is all the data what we have in this problem. So let's go ahead in solving your problem. So first, before we proceed ahead, let us understand that volume of the soil, that's the total volume of the soil what we are looking at is 1 meter cube, and the corresponding weight of your moist soil, okay, so I can say total weight of your soil in that natural state is nothing but 17.75 kilonewton within that 1 meter cube volume of the soil. And the dry weight of the soil is nothing but we call it as your weight of your soil solids only, which is what is given as 15.08 kilonewton. Okay, this is the data what we have, and we are also given with the specific gravity of the soil solids, which is given as 2.7. This is the information what we have. So let's go ahead in solving your part A and part B of this question what is given. Part A is what we are required to calculate like the given unknowns, water content, void ratio, porosity and degree of saturation at its natural state. In the part B, we are required to calculate what is your unit weight of the soil in saturated state and the corresponding water content that is going to be existing at which your soil reaches to fully saturated condition. So how do we calculate your water content? To start with, water content, which is denoted by the notation W or WC, which is defined as weight of water to weight of solids. Now, at natural state, how much amount of water is present? What is the weight of water that is present in the soil? So it's nothing but your moist weight of the soil minus the weight of solids gives you what is the weight of water present in that soil divided by weight of solids. So what is my moist weight? 17.75 kilonewtons minus weight of solids is 15.08. This total divided by 15.08. So upon solving, we'll be getting the water content present in that particular soil to be 0.177. This is the water content present in that particular soil at its natural state. So next what we can go ahead in calculating is the void ratio, porosity and the subsequent degree of saturation. Okay. So for calculating them, if I need to calculate what is the void ratio is nothing but volume of voids to that of your volume of solids. So for calculating void ratio, first I should know what is your volume of voids that are present in that particular soil. So volume of voids is nothing but it is equal to total volume of the soil minus the volume of solids. What is the total volume of the soil? We are referring to 1 meter cube volume of the soil minus what is the volume of solids that are present in that? We do not know. So if I need to know what is the volume of solids, how do I go ahead in calculating what is the volume of your solids? So if I want to know what is the volume of your solids, then I'll just go to the fundamental terms which we have looked after. I'll start with, let's say, specific gravity of soil solids is equal to weight of solids by volume of solids, which gives you what is called as unit weight of soil solids divided by gamma W. So I'm just trying to rewrite according to my requirement. So in this expression, specific gravity of soil solids is known, weight of solid particles in that 1 meter cube volume of the soil is known, unit weight of water is a standard value. So from this, I can get what is your volume of solid particles. So volume of solid particles is what I am writing it as Ws by Gs into gamma W. So upon substituting your Ws, Gs and gamma W into that particular expression, okay, I'll be getting what is your Vs. Okay, let me substitute your Vs into this expression in terms of those values of Ws and so on. So my Ws what I am having is 15.08 divided by GS value is 2.7 and the unit weight of water is 9.81. The standard value is what I am trying to consider. So by calculating them and by rewriting, I'll be getting my volume of voids that are existing in this particular soil to be 1 minus this total comes out to be 0.569. So therefore, the volume of voids that are existing in that particular 1 meter cube volume of the soil, okay, so volume of voids, which we indicate it as VV, is coming out to be equal to 0.431. So once the volume of voids is known, then void ratio, which is nothing but E, which we write it as volume of voids by volume of solids. So once the volume of voids is already calculated, so I can substitute into this expression, that is 0.431 divided by volume of solids is 0.569. So I'll be getting the void ratio of the soil to be 0.575. And in the similar way, you can go on to calculate your porosity value of that particular soil, that is N, based on the expression E by 1 plus E. Okay. So E is what we have it as 0.757 and divided by 1 plus 0.757. So upon substituting them, we'll be getting the porosity value as 0.757 divided by 1.757 is what we get it as 0.43 is going to be your porosity value of the soil. Okay, so we have calculated what is the void ratio, we have calculated what is the porosity. Next is your degree of saturation. So degree of saturation, which I can write it as S. So how do we define degree of saturation? It's nothing but volume of water occupied in your volume of void spaces. So for calculating degree of saturation, I require what is the volume of water occupied into the void spaces. So then I can calculate your degree of saturation. That is one way. The other way is from the relation what we have between degree of saturation, void ratio, specific gravity of soil solids, and water content that is present in that particular soil. Okay, so water content value of that soil is already what we have calculated. Okay, so let me write down that relation. S is nothing but W into GS by E. So where W is nothing but 0.177. Specific gravity of the soil solids is what is already given. This is 2.7 and divided by the void ratio existing in that particular soil, that is 0.757. So the degree of saturation is what we are going to be getting it as 0.631. So this is all what we need, what we are asked to calculate in case A. In the case B, we are asked to calculate what is the water content at which your soil becomes fully saturated and the corresponding unit weight of that particular soil at the fully saturated state. Okay, so this is part B of the problem. Saturated unit weight. Though it is said bulk unit weight, so that so-called bulk unit weight at the saturated condition of the soil is what we call it as your saturated unit weight of the soil only. Okay, saturated unit weight of the soil is what I can write it as GS plus E by 1 plus E into gamma W. Why I am using this expression? Because the specific gravity of that particular soil solids is a constant value, and it is said that the void ratio of the soil is not getting changed. The void ratio of the soil in case B is also same as that of the natural state only. So GS is known, E is known, then I can go on to calculate what is your gamma sat value in case B for ensuring the soil to get fully saturated. What is the unit weight of that soil? So GS is 2.7. E value is 0.757 divided by 1 plus 0.757 into 9.81. So upon substituting, we will be getting the saturated unit weight value as 19.3 kilonewton per meter cube. Next, what we are required to calculate is what is going to be the water content that exists in the soil at fully saturated state. When the soil is said to be fully saturated, what is your W value? That's the water content in that particular soil. W is what I can write it as from that relationship between void ratio, degree of saturation, and specific gravity of soil solids and water content. So W is what I can write it as E into S by GS. Okay. So from here, we understand that as the soil is fully saturated, the specific your degree of saturation is nothing but it is equal to 1. Therefore, W is equal to void ratio by specific gravity of soil solids. What is void ratio? Which is 0.757. Specific gravity of soil solids is 2.7. So from which we will be getting our water content as 0.28. So at a water content of 0.28 or 28%, the soil becomes fully saturated. Another example where it is said that for a given soil, the dry density is 16.8 kilonewton per meter cube. The void ratio what is existing is 0.51. Okay. You are asked to determine what is the specific gravity of that particular soil solids, saturated unit weight of the soil, unit weight of the soil when the degree of saturation is 45%. You are asked to calculate the saturated water content. What is saturated water content? It's nothing but the water content that exists in the soil when the soil is fully saturated. And the next is the porosity value. So specific gravity of soil solids, if I want to calculate, we have a relation between gamma D, specific gravity of soil solids, and the void ratio. Okay, so that's nothing but gamma D is equal to GS into gamma W by 1 plus E. As gamma D is known, gamma W standard value is known, E value is known, then I can go on to calculate what is your, from this expression, I can calculate what is the specific gravity of your soil solids. Okay. So I am not solving it by substituting everything here. So you please take it up for your practice and accordingly solve it. So next in this problem, I am required to calculate the saturated unit weight. Okay, saturated unit weight. Once the specific gravity of soil solids is known and the void ratio of that soil is known, then the saturated unit weight of the soil is what we have it as GS plus E by 1 plus E into gamma W. So specific gravity of soil solids, from the earlier case we have calculated, void ratio is given, gamma W is the standard value. So from which I will be getting what is your gamma sat value. Next, we are asked to calculate what is the unit weight of that particular soil when the degree of saturation of the soil is 45%. It means if the degree of saturation of that particular soil is 45%, then what is the unit weight of the soil? That's nothing but we call it as your bulk unit weight or your moist unit weight of that soil. So where we have the expression for calculating gamma B as GS plus S into E by 1 plus E into gamma W. GS is known, S value, that's the degree of saturation, is nothing but 45%. So which I can substitute as 0.45. Void ratio is what is already given, that is 0.51. Gamma W is 9.81. Okay. So upon substituting from this, you will be getting what is your unit weight of the soil at 45% degree of saturation. Next, what we are required to calculate is saturated unit weight, saturated water content. So when the soil is said to be saturated, what is the water content that is present in that particular soil? That is what we need to be calculating. So water content is what I can write it as E into S by GS. Okay. So from this expression, it is understood that the soil is fully saturated. So S is nothing but equal to 1. So water content is what we can write it as E by GS, where E value is known, GS value is known. So from this, you can calculate what is your water content. Okay. So next, what we need to calculate is your porosity value. So porosity is what I can write it as E by 1 plus E. Okay. So once the void ratio of the soil is known, then accordingly we can go ahead in substituting into this expression to get what is your porosity value of that particular soil. So in the similar way, we have another problem, like where we are given with the bulk unit weight of the soil, where the bulk unit weight of the soil is given as 19.17 kilonewton per meter cube. Water content that is present in the soil is 25.3%. The specific gravity of the soil solids, which is given as 2.7. Okay, we are required to calculate the degree of saturation, the porosity value, and the corresponding air content. Okay, so let us try to recall the correlations that we have between gamma B, water content, specific gravity of soil solids, and your degree of saturation. So if I can understand, then gamma B is nothing but GS into 1 plus W into gamma W by 1 plus E. E is void ratio, but void ratio data is not known to us. So instead of writing it in terms of void ratio, I can try to write it in terms of directly your W into GS by S. Void ratio is what I am trying to rewrite again as W into GS by S. So in this expression, gamma B is known to you, specific gravity of soil solids is known, water content present in the soil is known, gamma W is a standard value. So W is known, GS is known, what is unknown is S. So from this expression, I can calculate what is our degree of saturation that exists in that particular soil. Next is the porosity value. Okay, so we can subsequently go ahead in seeing how to calculate your porosity. Known what is the void ratio of that particular soil. So how do we calculate the porosity? First, I should be calculating what is your void ratio. How do I calculate the void ratio? So we know that E is equal to W into G S by S. W is known, GS is known, the S value currently is what we have calculated. So from this, E is what we can calculate. So once the E value is known, then therefore N is nothing but it is E by 1 plus E. So as E is calculated, then you can go on to calculate your porosity. Okay. Next, what are we required to calculate? The air content, which is denoted by the notation AC, where air content is what we can write it as 1 minus degree of saturation. We have a relationship between air content and degree of saturation. As already we have calculated our degree of saturation, so subsequently air content is what we can calculate it as 1 minus your degree of saturation. Let's go ahead and seeing another problem where it states that a soil sample has a unit weight of 16.62 kilonewton per meter cube when the saturation existing in that soil is 50%. When its saturation is increased to 75%, its unit weight raises to 17.72 kilonewton per meter cube. You are required to determine the void ratio and the specific gravity of soil solids. So I am required to look at some relation which is in terms of the unit weight, degree of saturation, specific gravity of soil solids, and the void ratio. Okay, so where I have a relation like this, gamma B is equal to GS plus S into E divided by 1 plus E into gamma W. So in case 1, I know what is the bulk unit weight of the soil corresponding to a degree of saturation of 50%. So for degree of saturation, S1 is equal to 50%. Okay, I am writing it as S1 is equal to 50%. So for this S1 is equal to 50%, my bulk unit weight or the unit weight of the soil is 16.62 kilonewton per meter cube. And it is said that for a degree of saturation, that's S2 is equal to 75%, then the corresponding bulk unit weight of the soil, gamma B2, is nothing but 17.72 kilonewton per meter cube. Okay, so I have two unknowns which are required to be calculated. That is your in this expression, if I look at specific gravity of soil solids is unknown, void ratio is an unknown. Okay, whereas your degree of saturation is known, bulk unit weight of the soil is known, gamma W is a constant value. Okay, so for case 1, that's nothing but for S1 is equal to 50%, gamma B is nothing but 16.62. So I can make use of that two data that we have for different degree of saturation. So from this equation 1 and subsequently the other equation, that is gamma B2 is equal to GS plus S2 into E divided by 1 plus E into gamma W. So in these two equations, I have got two unknowns, that is void ratio and specific gravity of soil solids. Solve for those two equations to get your two unknowns. Likewise, I have got another problem. You are required to calculate the weight of water that must be added to cubic meter of your soil. Okay, so when the volume of the soil, what you are looking at is 1 cubic meter, how much weight of water that has to be added to that particular soil to attain what is called as 95% degree of saturation. If the dry unit weight of that particular soil is given, the moisture content present in that particular soil is given, and the corresponding specific gravity of that particular soil is specific gravity of the soil solids is also given to you. Okay, so you can try to solve this based on the data what is given to you,